Hello, and thank you for joining us for today's broadcast. This broadcast is a product of Shry Media, LLC. Unauthorized use, sale, or redistribution of this media in any form is strictly prohibited without the express written consent of Shry Media. Radio and television mediums are encouraged to reach out. Thank you for tuning in. Enjoy the game.
Walk-off home run. Getting underway. This is it. They have to score here. Here's a shot to the right side.
Game 3 in Kingsport, Tennessee, Brickyard Park. We are going to watch the first time action of your AAC regular season champions, Reinhardt University Eagles, and number 8 seeded Columbia International Rams. CIU did get the win yesterday against Columbia College to advance to today's game. Reinhardt, first look at them, 26-8 in the regular season, 13-3 at home, 13-5 on the road, 23-5 in the conference. Player of the year with Ainsley Height, and then Ainsley Pettit, who we're about to see in the circle as your pitcher of the year. Jeff, what kind of action can we see today?
I'm anxious to see Reinhardt. You know, you've heard so much about him. 26-8 on the season, sweeping pretty much all the conference awards, player of the year, pitcher of the year, coach of the year. And here they are on display right on the Southeast Sports Network.
And now Guthrie coming in hot. She is going for that swing and miss. That will be your first pitch strike. Ainsley Pettit in the circle, 108 ERA, 16-2, 21 appearances, 16 games started, 12 complete games, 5 shutouts, 2 saves, and she has struck out 125 batters.
And you can see why in the circle. Just a lot of velocity, great movement on her pitches already, and she's the pitcher of the year for a reason, and her Reinhardt Eagles regular season champs here in the Appalachian Athletic Conference.
So as that goes in the stands in the foul territory, keeps it at an 0-2 count.
Abby Guthrie leading things off for Columbia International. 303 hitter during the regular season. Had a triple yesterday in their victory over Columbia.
And now first hit of the day is going to be Guthrie. Ropes that right in the left field. That will be base hit to be a single.
A great piece of hitting right there by Guthrie. Just got the fastball. Shot it right in the 5-6 hole out in the left field. A leadoff single. Getting the Rams started.
Megan Stosenbach, she will be at bat. And she's going to make her way to first with that bunt. And that will be a sacrifice bunt. She will be out at first. That will advance Guthrie over. It's a great way for CIU to come out with the energy.
It was a nice sacrifice bunt, but a great play by Shellen Oshaway over at first for Reinhardt, stretching to catch that ball, recording the out on Stosenbach.
As you see, a little bit of adjustments in that lineup. So yesterday, Stosenbach actually led off. Both players falling in the infield, still gets her out at first, advances the runner at third. There's not too many times you're going to see a play like that.
No, the players colliding, falling down, but still able to deliver a strong throw to first to record the out on Mayers. It's going to bring the cleanup hitter, Caden Thompson, to the plate. A big 2-run home run yesterday, the only runs put on the board for the Rams.
You know, Caden Thompson is definitely feeling confident coming into this tournament, swinging at that first pitch. She feels like she can get another one. And if you're CIU, there's going to be a lot of confidence that can happen. Here's the reality. We are done with elimination games for today. This is now. Whoever wins this, they just continue. And if you lose this, you continue as well. But you get yourself in the loser's bracket, as that was popped right to Aaron Lee. So that is going to end off this inning. Reinhardt will come in to the bottom of the first. What can we see from Reinhardt offensively going into this inning?
Well, you mentioned it in early on, Deshaun. I mean, Ainsley Height, AAC Player of the Year, 474, 12 home runs, led the conference in home runs, 54 RBIs, slugging percentage over 1,000. I mean, she's just a phenomenal player. And when you look down this lineup, every one of the batters for Reinhardt, high batting average, hits the ball with power, lots of speed. So their offense about to be on full display here in Kingsport.
All right, we'll take us a quick break, and we'll see Aaron Lee, who will be leading off for the Eagles here at Southeast Sports Network in Kingsport, Tennessee. Bottom of the first action, you will have number 2, Aaron Lee, who will be leading off. Aaron Lee, 378 hitter. She had 74 at-bats, 28 hits, 33 runs scored, 3 doubles, 1 triple, 14 RBIs, and 19 stolen bases. You get her on. She has a lot of speed. She will steal a bag.
Yeah, very dynamic player for the Eagles. Leadoff position, playing second base.
First pitch outside. In the circle, you have Abby Reagan, who is starting today. Yesterday, Isabella Davis got the win. She had an impressive outing, freshman making her debut in the AAC tournament. But now you have Abby Reagan, 2.09 ERA, 8-11 record in the circle, 6 complete games, and she has struck out 78 batters. 2-0 count right now on the board. So now Reagan will take that pitch. That will be an outside pitch. 3-0 count.
Yeah, Reagan dancing around the strike zone, yet to find it. Trying to get command of her pitches early on. Certainly don't want to lead off walk to start this one.
Right down the middle, she will find that zone. 3-1 count. As now she'll go for another pitch right down the middle, full count.
Yeah, 2 pretty back-to-back pitches there from Reagan. After falling behind early, works the count full. Here's the payoff pitch.
And now she'll make her way to first.
The leadoff walk for Aaron Lee.
Batting the catcher, number 27, Maddie Wright.
Doesn't take Reinhardt long to get a runner on base. Let's see how they choose to move her around.
Agreed. Great eye. And so, up to bat, you have number 27, Maddie Wright, 351 hitter, 33 hits, 27 runs scored, 6 doubles, 17 RBIs.
Shows bunt on the first 2 pitches she sees, pulls back. 2 balls, no strikes to count to Wright.
Reinhardt, 26-8 regular season record, 23-5 in the AAC. As that was a swing and a miss. Reinhardt just continuing the dominance that they have in the AAC.
Yeah, Reinhardt, a tradition-rich program, very successful. This year is no exception.
So that pitch was a bit high, brings it to a 3-1 count. So 3-1. Reagan takes the pitch. Got some contact on it, but it goes into foul territory, full count.
2 batters to the plate for Reinhardt, 2 full counts. Aaron Lee earned her way on with a base on balls. See what Maddie Wright can do. Here's the payoff pitch.
Madison Reagan. Well, Abby Reagan. Down the middle, swing and a miss. That will be a strikeout. So now
batting the center fielder, number 18,
1 out on the board.
Wade.
And you bring Taylor Wade into the fold. Taylor Wade, 455 hitter, 99 at bats, 45 hits, 7 doubles, 4 triples, 1 home run, 19 RBIs. He's been walked 12 times.
Yeah, Taylor Wade's .455 batting average, 4th in the conference at the conclusion of the regular season. So she's able to swing the bat as well.
Keeping that average throughout the season just shows what type of player you are. That is just pure dominance.
Yeah, what's the old baseball saying? 300 gets you in the Hall of Fame. And when you look down, not just this Reinhardt lineup, but a lot of lineups, these women well over that 300 batting average.
So now Reagan, she'll throw that down the middle. That will be called a strike.
Yeah, pretty pitch from Reagan. Wade decided not to take a cut at it. Catches the strike zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Now Abby Reagan, next pitch. At a bit high in the zone. Now 2-2 count.
Hitters count for Taylor Wade. She'll be expecting something around the strike zone right here.
Got some contact on that. That goes into foul territory. Lee was just ready to make her way right to second. You keep that in place, she might make her way to third.
Yeah, Lee has the speed and the ability to anything out to the outfield, especially to center or right field. She's going to be standing on third.
As now just bobbled. Had the right ideas, Mayers. Was ready to go ahead and throw out at first. Lee advances to second with the bobble. That gives Wade that first base bag.
Runners on first and second with only 1 out.
And that will be a fielding error on Myers.
Ansley Height, the AAC Player of the Year, coming to the plate. 1 runner in scoring position.
And that Player of the Year, 474 hitter, 46 hits, 27 runs scored, 12 home runs.
Yeah, she can smash the softball.
And she'll get some contact on that going into the outfield. That will be caught in the right field. That is a great catch. But as that happens, Aaron Lee scores. She'll find her way home.
Yeah, that ball nearly went out of the park, but they are going to say the run counts.
So that run counts, and then there is another out forced.
And how much aggressiveness does Reinhardt show on that, on the deep fly ball, which it was deep to right field. Thought it was going to get out of here. But Lee tags up from second and scores, and Wade tags up from first. She's thrown out trying to go to third, and Reinhardt puts a run on the board. But, man, almost 3. That one nearly left the yard for Ansley Height.
Absolutely. So we'll take us a quick break here in AAC Softball on Southeast Sports Network in Kingsport, Tennessee. Top of the second inning. Carmela Corte will now be leading off this inning. She went 0 for 2 yesterday, struck out. Now she'll look to get in the hitting column today. She saw in that first inning both teams fast pace.
Yeah, both teams aggressive. They come out swinging. Guthrie led off the game with a single for Columbia. A couple of sack bunts by Stolzenbach and Mayers.
Now Pettit takes that next pitch. Gosh. A lot of speed down. Swing and a miss, 1-1 count.
Does a good job using her lower body, does Pettit.
I would just love to know how much speed was on that last pitch just now, honestly.
If I had to venture to guess, I'm thinking mid to high 60s.
I'd definitely say probably like 65 and up.
Yeah, she's wheeling out there. Does a good job using her lower body. Gets her hips open. Sort of steps across on her delivery and just whips that arm through the zone. And pretty change up right there.
And that will be the first out of the inning. Strikes her out.
First strikeout of the day for Ansley Pettit.
Number 12.
Struck out swinging. Just had to go for it. Understanding the aggressiveness. CIU's not going to back down. It's now Macy Dry. First at bat. Lined out right to short. That will be the second out. That was corralled by Stevens.
Yeah, Molly Stevens had her play perfectly. Little soft line drive recorded for out number 2.
Lily Petty.
Now Lily Petty. First at bat of the day. Lily Petty yesterday went 0 for 3. Pitch low and outside.
First pitch change up from Pettit. Doing a good job mixing those pitches up, especially on that first pitch. Fastball change up. Keeping these hitters from Columbia International guessing.
It's now Petty. Pops that into foul territory. Corrals the third out. As that was Fry. So, no runs, no hits, and none left on base. It was a really quick 3-up, 3-down inning. We will see if Reinhardt can bring the intensity and move their lead even further here on AAC Softball in Kingsport, Tennessee.
Switching. Come on.
Bottom of the second inning. Kyra Leitner will lead off, right fielder. Last time these two teams played was March 13th. Reinhardt did get the sweep. Game 1, 4-1. Game 2, 5-3. Played each other really close.
The right fielder, number 25.
Teams very familiar with each other in this conference play.
Yeah, they are, and it's high-quality softball. I mean, we mentioned it all week long, and it's been on full display here in Kingsport in this conference tournament.
And for Reinhardt, they're on a mission. Their mission is they want to make it to Columbus. Last year they made it to Hattiesburg, Mississippi, part of that national tournament where their season ended. But for them, they want to make a statement, get past the national tournament, be one of those final teams at the World Series.
Yeah, that's the goal, and Reinhardt certainly the capability, the firepower to do that this year. A lot of hitting, a lot of great pitching.
It's Leitner. Pops that right into the infield to second base. It's going to be a put out by Corte, out number 1.
Now batting. The
Bring
shortstop,
Molly Stevens
44.
to the plate, the shortstop, 324 hitter on the season.
Now Reagan gets that down. Says that did hit her. So she makes her way to first, hit by pitch.
Another base runner aboard for Reinhardt. Scratched across 1 run in the bottom of the first inning. We're going to add to that total now with Kylie Fry coming to the plate.
So now you have Kylie Fry, 394 hitter, 28 hits on the season, 4 doubles, 1 triple, 7 RBIs.
Only 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning.
Fry got some contact on that, goes right into foul territory.
That's one thing I've noticed with Reinhardt early on. You try to pitch them outside to stay away from the power, but they are a team that will try to hit it the opposite field. And great job at that time using her hands, trying to direct it down the right field line, just foul.
As now, same situation you just talked about. She wanted to go for it again. Try to pitch on that outside. A little bit different than what we saw yesterday with CIU. Saw a lot more inside pitches with Isabella Davis. As Fry gets that right in the center field. That will move Stevens over, Fry on first.
And that's what you see, you know, in that instance. That pitch was middle of the plate, and Fry able to get her hands extended, hammers it into right field for a one-out single. And so, you know, when you bring it middle in and challenge these hitters, they're able to hit it right back up the middle, pull it to left field with power. I like the idea of trying to keep it low and away.
Shalyn Ojaway, 289 hitter, 38 at-bats, 11 hits, 8 RBIs.
A fantastic play over at first base in that first inning. Stretching out like a first baseman's supposed to. And she'll get back in the box with another try at it. The pass ball gets by the catcher. Both runners advance.
So now 2 runners in scoring position.
That's a mistake. If you're Columbia, and you mentioned it yesterday, Deshaun, if nobody's on base, that's no big deal. But, you know, ball gets by the catcher, whether it's a wild pitch or pass ball, both runners advance into scoring position.
As now that advances a runner over, and that throwing error is going to advance Ojaway to second. Another runner home. 2 runs brought in.
Yeah, Ojaway did a great job getting the bunt down. It was fielded cleanly and just tried the little underhand toss to first. It sails over the first baseman's head, hits the fence. Ojaway goes to second, and 2-run score for the Reinhardt Eagles.
Reinhardt now leading 3-0. Unfortunate situation when you have that throwing error, specifically just because beforehand you just had a pass ball that advanced the runner. So those are situations you don't want to happen.
Yeah, you got to, you know, can't fault the effort of the play. I think it was the right idea. Nice little toss because, you know, wasn't like the pitcher Reagan had to fire it across the infield. She was real close to first base, but on the toss, a little underhanded toss, it just goes over the head of the first baseman. Right idea, just not executed very well, and the mistake allows 2 Eagles to cross the plate, and they lead 3-0 here in the bottom of the second inning.
That's Splendor, who is pinch running on second.
And
that is a perfectly placed bunt, but also great awareness from CIU.
Yeah, great job by the catcher for Columbia International. Lily Petty came out of her crouch, fielded just a perfectly placed bunt, stayed down, threw a strike to first to retire English, but the runner does advance to third with 2 outs.
First pitch was called a strike on Lee.
2 runs already across the plate for Reinhardt here in the bottom of the second. 1 just 60 feet away.
Outside pitch, called a ball.
And already here in the second inning, Deshaun, this lineup's flipped over back to the top of the order, and Aaron Lee.
Aaron Lee to Mayers. Mayers gets that throw out at first. So Reinhardt adds 2 runs in this inning.
2 runs.
Leads 3-0 with 1 hit and 1 error. We come right back after this quick break here with ASC Softball in Kingsport, Tennessee.
The Southeast Sports Network is now on Amazon Fire TV. Now you can download the SESN app and watch on any Amazon-enabled device, such as your Fire Stick. The easiest way to download the app is to go to our website, find the Watch SESN tab, and click Fire TV app. Then just select your device from the list. That's it. Free and easy. Enjoy watching the Southeast Sports Network on your Fire TV. Fire Stick or Fire Tablet with just a few clicks.
We head into that top of the third. A lot of action coming in our way. Caitlin Elko will be making her appearance in this lineup. She did not make an appearance yesterday.
So I'm going to put it as lowercase.
She is the DP today.
Nobody's ever told me anything different. But
Alexis Barnes was the DP yesterday.
Pettit in the circle for Reinhardt.
the DP.
Set Columbia International down 1-2-3 in the second inning. Looking to do the same here in the third. It'll be Elko, Noriega, then back to the top of the lineup in Guthrie to the plate.
As that is popped right into short, first out of the inning.
One up, one down for Pettit.
Batting the third baseman, number 15.
And Stevens just corralling that out. Kind of the same situation, kind of a soft hit right lining to Stevens.
Yeah, she didn't have to work too hard for that one, but made a nice play nonetheless.
A lot of speed on that pitch, but that is low and out inside. Sophia Noriega up to bat.
Batting out of that 9 spot, playing second base for Columbia.
Stevens just grounding under that and getting it to first.
Stevens had to work a little harder for that one. That was a hard hit ground ball, but
Left fielder.
got the glove down, made a nice catch and a nice throw across the diamond to retire Noriega.
Great routine play. Be a 6-3. 2 outs on the board. Now Abigail Guthrie with the only hit of the day, 1 for 1. 3 up, 3 down. That will retire the batters. Reinhardt now going into the bottom of the third with another opportunity to move their lead further. We will find out what will happen. Can Reinhardt continue what they're doing, or can CIU match that intensity here on AAC Softball in Kingsport, Tennessee? Fans in the AAC, if you want to continue to keep up with any AAC baseball or softball this week, make sure to go to aacsports.com, where you'll see updated brackets, you'll see updated scores, updated stats, and stories. And you can also find them on AAC Sports on Instagram, X, and Facebook.
Leading off for Reinhardt, the
And
catcher,
with that,
27.
we go into the bottom of the third. Maddie Wright will lead off. She is 0 for 1 of the day, struck out of her last at bat.
Batting in the 2-hole for Reinhardt. Playing catcher tonight for the Eagles for this afternoon.
So now Abby Reagan, 2 innings pitched, 1 strikeout, 1 batter walked, 1 run earned. Looking to continue her work in the circle. That last pitch was called a strike. Is now almost crowded that line, staying in play. That will go into foul territory.
Trying to get that bunt down. Use her speed, batting from the left side.
So now she will be retired. First out of the inning.
Now batting the center fielder, number 18, Taylor Wade.
Taylor Wade up to bat. As at her last at bat, she reached off a fielding error at the shortstop position. Got good contact on that ball.
You know, this Reinhardt lineup, you got Erin Lee leading off. She bats from the right-hand side. Then you got to deal with a little speed and a little power in the 2 and 3 hole. Maddie Wright swings from the left side, and so does Taylor Wade. Wade starting in center field tonight. Junior from Clarksville, Georgia.
Get some contact on that. That will also go into foul territory.
A good pitch there from Reagan. Just out on the plate, a little high in the zone. It's hard to get down on the ground.
Pitch right down the middle, a little bit high in that zone. Brings it to a ball.
Good eye from Wade on that one. Off the plate, 2-2 count.
Now full count, a little bit low in that zone. Now Wade with one out on the board. She get ready to take this next pitch from Abby Reagan.
Fouled another one off out of play.
Good at bat so far, just competing.
Yeah, high quality at bat from Wade. And that's the thing we've seen with Reinhardt early on. They're no easy outs. They're going to compete. They're going to swing the bat and make you pay when you miss.
Fouled off in the territory again. She's continuing to compete. If she's going to get out, she's going to earn her way out. But for her, she's wanting to get on base, continue what she's doing for Reinhardt, get Reinhardt going, add some more runs in.
You already one out here in the bottom of the third. Just keeps fouling them off, trying to barrel one up.
Now for Taylor Wade. That one very in the inside. Taylor Wade, after competing at that last at-bat, she now makes her way to first from a walk.
That was a well-earned walk from Wade.
Absolutely.
She fought off a lot of pitches. Very patient in the box. And she'll pass the bat to Ansley Height. Flew out to right field her first time up, nearly left the yard. Deep fly ball to right field. It's going that way again. Fouls that first pitch off, out of play.
So now 0-1 count. Wade on first. Calls time at the plate.
That part of the fence blew over in left field. I think one of the players for Columbia International saw that and going out to put everything back together.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Got the center fielder Megan Stolzenbach and the left fielder Abby Guthrie doing a little housekeeping. Do want to thank the folks from Visit Kingsport once again, Win One, for sponsoring this AAC softball tournament, taking care of everyone. Do a great job hosting this event. Kingsport, a beautiful city. And hopefully if you're close by and you want to see some great baseball or softball, come on out over the next couple of days because there's still quite a few games yet to be played.
Absolutely. Game 3 of the day. Very entertaining first 2 games today. Milligan and Truett McConnell's season did end within those first 2 games. Wade will make her way to second. She is going to be safe. That is going to go down as a stolen base.
It looked like that throw was on time, but Taylor Wade, a great slide, slid to the outside part of the bag to avoid the tag. Slides in safely. Then we have a runner on second with one out, and Ansley Height still at the plate. A little windy here in Kingsport. The fence goes down again.
That fence is 2-0 in the outfield right now.
That's right.
Actually 3-0. Actually, I forgot about the earlier.
Blew down earlier
today.
yeah.
Fence trying to make a quick appearance on Southeast Sports Network stream
Right.
today.
Now the officials are going to call time as another piece blows down. So
And to the outfield fence. Welcome to Southeast Sports Network stream.
right.
You've made your appearance.
an auspicious debut from the outfield fence, but
Kept trying to gain everyone's attention. You finally got it.
a windy day. Watching the weather this morning, some storms may come through the area
Ooh, another one falls.
tonight, and this is probably just the leading edge of. I think the weather's going to be good until we wrap up the games, but could see a few storms blow through the Tri-City area here later on tonight. Both these teams and coaches taking the opportunity to have a conference with each other.
If I'm not mistaken, did Jay Stansel make his way out there? If so, then Jay was just up here. Shout out to Jay Stansel if that's who I think it is. I'm pretty sure that is definitely Jay. What can Jay Stansel not do?
That's a little bit of everything.
He can write, he'll make a graphic, he can take a picture, and guess what? He'll go to the outfield.
Handing out some hardware before this one. Now
And he'll fix a fence up.
out there doing some fence maintenance. This has been a beautiful 2 days of softball. I mean, just the weather's been absolutely perfect thus far. A little windy this afternoon, obviously.
That breeze does feel good out here in Kingsport, though.
You're absolutely right, Deshaun.
I think that wind understood that this pace of the game was going too fast and wanted to slow it down.
Right.
With those 2-3 up and three down type of innings that Reinhardt forced on CIU. And when you just look at it, those two errors from CIU really put them in a bind for them to be down 3-0. Both teams only have one hit.
Yeah, Columbia International, mistakes cost them a couple runs early on, especially in that second inning. But that's one of the things that you got to clean up. The anatomy of an upset. If you're the underdog, as Columbia International is here today to have a chance to upset the number one seed regular season champs Reinhardt, you got to play some clean softball. And Reinhardt, number one for a reason. They're opportunistic. They will take advantage of those mistakes, and good softball teams do that.
Outfield Cam, and now you have Jay Stansel to the outfield. Jay Stansel playing left field today.
Deep left field.
All right, as we get back into play, Reagan will take that pitch. That'll be an outside pitch for a ball. Makes it a 2-1 count.
Little game reset. Taylor Wade walked, stole second. Ansley Height at the plate for Reinhardt.
Tried to go for that change of a bit high on that. 3-1 count.
It won't be one of these situations here where if you walk her, it's okay. First base is open. You definitely don't want to make a mistake to Ansley Height.
Now Ansley Height will make her way to first. And so now the chase down. Looking to potentially take some attention away, but she'll make her way back to second. And now you just have, like, Reinhardt's trying to play some tricks because then that gets Height to second. Those are the type of tricks you want to play. Might force an out, but instead of just going to first, now you go to second.
Yeah, Taylor Wade a little too egregious on the base pass. That was a heady play by the catcher from Columbia International, Lily Petty. Threw down behind her, got her in a rundown. She initially got back safely, and then she thought she could catch Columbia International napping, take third. They were a little too, not fooled by that. They got her in a pickle, got her out at third for the second out. But Ainsley Height able to get to second.
Those are those type of situations as a statistician, it stresses me out.
Oh, yeah. A 2 to 4 to 5 to 4 to 6 put out.
Outside pitch. Be called for a ball.
Kiera Leitner now to the plate. Now the grounds crew from the folks here at Brickyard Ballpark out there assisting in the fence restoration.
Leitner got some great contact on that. That will go into the outfield in foul territory.
Yeah, she got that one up in the wind. It just continued to carry. Initially, I thought it was going to just drop beyond the fence, but it went further and further up the hill out of play.
That one will carry to the outfield, and Height's going to make her way home. Now Leitner's making her way to third. And that goes down as an RBI triple.
Yeah, nice piece of hitting by Leitner. Got it in the opposite field in the right center field gap. Goes all the way to the wall. Height scores easily. And, woulda, coulda, shoulda had Wade not been caught in the rundown and thrown out at third. That would have been a 2 RBI triple for Kiera Leitner.
Agreed. I will say I do like that play as far as taking the attention away from Height, because then you can advance her to second. That's a shorter run home.
You're right, 60 feet closer. Molly Stevens.
It's one of those things with those good teams. They'll do things that might not be ordinary, but whatever it takes to add a run.
Sometimes, you can be a little unconventional and try to catch somebody napping, not paying attention, and it forces them to make a throwing error. And Reinhardt very, very aggressive thus far on the base pass with this 4-0 lead. Well, man, that ball from Leitner was just smoked out in the right center field fence. Out right center field, 2-hop the fence.
And swing and a miss. That will go down as a strikeout. That will be strikeout number 3 for Abby Reagan. And Reinhardt did add another run in this inning. 4-0 is your score. If you're CIU, what is your approach going into this next inning?
You're going to have to start off by just scoring some runs. I mean, you got to have a good approach at the plate, and that's much easier said than done against a pitcher like Ainsley Pettit, 1.08 ERA on the year, 16-2. And, to start this game off, Guthrie had a single, and that's really been the only hit the last 2 innings. She's mowed Columbia batters down in order 1, 2, and 3. So you got to muster some hits. You got to try to score some runs, and that's, like I said, a tall hill to climb with Pettit in the circle for Reinhardt.
And we'll stay on there. Megan Stosenbach will be leading off. Her last at-bat was a 5-3 sack bunt. Would not be surprised if she's going to try to swing. But Pettit right now, the way she's controlled the game, whether you're swinging at her pitches and striking out or you're trying to hit those pitches. She has 1 strikeout so far. But it's been 3 up, 3 down for CIU in the last 2 innings.
Yeah, she's been very efficient, but she's been aggressive. She's keeping the ball over the plate and, trusting her defense behind her. But her pitch, so much velocity and so much movement. It's hard for these hitters from Columbia International to square one up.
A lot of work still going on in the outfield. Looks like they're putting some stuff to make sure it doesn't fall over. Now it's Pettit. Took that pitch, hitting the foul territory.
It's like some bags of Turfus or infield conditioner of some kind, more than likely.
Hey, whatever it takes. Pettit takes this next pitch. One kind of bounced off. That will go down as a foul ball.
Yeah, it's going to get barely nicked the inside part of the barrel of the bat, just above her hands. Sort of an unfortunate break from Stosenbach.
So 0-2 count, top of the fourth.
Pretty pitch from Pettit right there.
Strikeout number 2.
Just got the backwards K, froze Stosenbach. Little backdoor curveball started off the plate, broke over the outside corner for the first out here in the 4th inning.
Dallas Mayers also had a sac bunt. Next go. A lot of speed down the middle, swinging and miss. That will go down as a swinging strike.
Yeah, you can just see the movement on the pitches from Pettit. It starts off in one place and ends up totally different. And that's a hard adjustment to make with that kind of velocity. Big curveball there.
Brian's the 5. Brian's 1 seat below Melbourne. Because it was 4 versus 9, 5 versus 8. So tomorrow is when they'll be the higher seed. Yeah.
And now, CIU needed that type of play right there. Great base hit. Mayer's first hit of the day. CIU's second hit of the day.
That was a nice hit from Mayers. Just caught the fastball out in front. Hammered it in the 5-6 hole out in the left field. One out single for Dallas Mayers, trying to get something going for the Rams here in the top of the 4th.
One out on the board. Mayers on first. Great pitch down the middle. That's the first called strike. You need those kind of plays because you don't want to keep going 1, 2, 3 up and down.
No, you got to get some momentum rolling, and you know, one hit leads to 2, leads to more. So
as that hugged at the third baseline, but it will go into foul play.
Smart play by Kylie Fry, letting that one roll foul. Because had she charged it and tried to make a play at first, I don't think she would have thrown out Thompson.
0-2 count, one out on the board. Mayers on first. Pettit to Thompson. Outside pitch, that would be called a ball. 1-2 count.
Nice miss from Pettit. There, getting it out of the zone. Outside, so Thompson.
As Thompson gets contact, that will fly into center field. Be a put out by Wade. Second out of the inning. Now Corte will make her way up to the plate.
Now batting the second baseman, number 5.
Good job by Wade out in center field. Had to deal with a little bit of wind on that one. Stays under, stays patient, squeezes it for the second out here in the 4th inning.
Swing and a miss. A lot of speed. Just Pettit just continuing to show how fast she can throw those pitches.
Yeah, just overpowering.
And it's
Corte on that pitch right there.
It's forcing those CIU batters to swing. Now the pitch right down the middle.
Drop ball there, and that looked like, you know, Corte was going to be able to do something with it, and it just dropped off the table. Strike 2 swinging.
And Pettit just continuing what she does, controlling the game right now. That is her third strikeout. Reinhardt, after allowing just one hit, leaving a runner on base, they do not get the run as CIU now is held scoreless, still going into the bottom of the 4th. We will see Reinhardt, who will be going into this next inning. We'll find out what their offense will look like after this quick break here of Southeast Sports Network.
Leading off for Reinhardt, third baseman number 5, Kylie Fry.
Kylie Fry now leads off this inning. 1 for 1 on the day so far. Last at bat, that was a single right to center field.
Yeah, Fry, one of these players for Reinhardt. Ability to hit the ball, but also has some speed on the bases.
That pitch thrown on the outside.
We've seen the Eagles be ultra aggressive once they get a runner on base.
So 1-1 count. Fry sending it to outfield. That is a great diving catch in the center field by Megan Stosenbach.
Stosenbach just owning that territory out there. A lot of ground to cover. Makes the diving catch for the first out, and that was just a fantastic read off the bat by Stosenbach to track that one in for out number 1.
You don't make that play, that's probably sending Fry to second. Reagan takes that pitch. Goes outside for a ball. Ojue, 0 for 1 on the day, 1 RBI.
Ojue, a 289 hitter during the regular season for Reinhardt. Playing first base today for the Eagles.
That fouled off. So now 1-2 count. Reagan looking to take this next pitch with 1 out on the board. And 1 low in the dirt. 2-2 count.
A good pitch there. Kept it low in the zone in the dirt, but trying to get Oshaway to chase one.
Maggie English on deck. Great way to contact with that.
Yeah, fouled that one straight back behind her. Usually that's a sign that the hitters was all over that pitch, just missed it. Don't look for Reagan to let her see another one like that this at bat.
And Reagan, strikeout number 4, right down the middle, gets her to swing and miss second out of the inning.
Number 33, Maggie England.
Yeah, just a great pitch there by Reagan. 4 strikeouts on the day against this high-powered Reinhardt team is impressive here early on in this one.
And that fly pops right to second base. Noriega, actually Corte getting that put out. No runs, no hits, no errors. So, as we go into inning number 5, we will see if CIU can make a difference offensively. We'll come back after this quick break here with SESN at AAC Softball in Kingsport, Tennessee. We head into the top of the 5th inning. For casual fans who might not even be rooting for Reinhardt or CIU, and you're just watching, just want to let you know, since I know the colors are a bit close together, the yellow jerseys are Reinhardt. Your navy jerseys today are CIU. I know those jersey colors, they can be pretty close together, so it can confuse a few people.
Yeah, that's a great point, Deshaun. Reinhardt in the field right now. Those yellow tops, pinstripe pants.
12, Macy Dry.
Columbia International going with the blue stripe and gold belts and socks. 2 good-looking sets of uniforms on the field.
It's Dry. Pops that right into Lee's territory. Aaron Lee gets that first put out. So 0 for 2 on the day for Macy Dry. You now have
The catcher, number 8, Lily
Petty, Lily Petty, who now will be making her second appearance. She fouled out the third last appearance. Great pitch by Pettit. That will be called a strike.
Pettit doing a good job in the circle for Reinhardt, getting the lead out in every inning except the first. When Guthrie started the game off with a single, but that's an important, stat that you look at. It is able to allow your defense, play with a little less pressure, play a little more free when you get that lead out. And Pettit doing a good job of that here this evening.
Woo! Knocks the stool off in the dugout for Reinhardt. Great contact.
Yeah, it was a hard hit ball. Fell right to the door of that Reinhardt dugout.
That's why it's always been told when you're at a softball game, always have a head on a swivel.
Yeah, for sure.
That is also fouled off to the back gate.
Those line drives like that towards the dugout, that'll get people moving in a hurry. Good at bat thus far from Petty. Seeing a lot of pitches, fouling them off.
Pettit. Drop third strike. That will be second out of the inning.
The DP, number 2.
So now your designated player, Elko, she lined out the short at her first at bat. Now looking to see if she can get on base. Pitch a bit outside of the zone. Called a ball.
Yeah, Pettit working the high part of that outside strike zone. Missed a little high, missed a little out.
Now Pettit takes that pitch. Just continuing to force CIU to swing and let it go in her favor for those swing and misses.
Yeah, she's got great command of her pitches today.
And just bobbles that, but she'll throw it to first. She will be safe. Elko makes it.
A 2-out single for Elko. There's a nice piece of hitting. Hard hit ball in the 5-6 hole. Stevens almost came up with it, but I do believe if she caught it cleanly, she was not going to throw Elko out at first.
Yeah, that's one of those situations where if you make the play, it's a great play. It's just, sometimes it's hard to just punish that shortstop in that situation.
It was a great play by Oshaway. The throw to first brought her off the bag. She has to come off there and catch that. If it goes to the fence, Elko would be standing on second.
That pitch, low for a strike. Got her to swing at that. Sophia Noriega, last at bat, she was grounded out at short. Umpire says she did not go. That will go down as a ball. Pettit now going on pitch number 43, 4.5 innings pitched. 4 strikeouts.
Yeah, Pettit, just really impressed with her. Obviously, pitcher of the year in the conference. 1.08 ERA on the season, 16 wins, 2 losses. Previously played at Georgia Southern. Very, very talented pitcher for the Reinhardt Eagles.
That one a bit outside. Brings it to a full count. 2 outs on the board. CIU sitting at 3 hits right now compared to Reinhardt's 2. And that will be the first walk of the day for Pettit. Noriega makes her way to first. Elko to second.
The left fielder, number 1, Abby Guthrie.
And that gives you back to the top of the lineup with Guthrie.
Guthrie singled in the first. Yesterday in Columbia International's win over Columbia, she had a triple. So Guthrie with a good tournament from the batting side of things. Nice hitter for Columbia International, looking to do some damage here.
Now, Gertrude did swing at that first pitch. Now, second pitch, called a strike. 0-2 count. Pettit ahead in the count.
Yeah, Pettit seems a little like she's on a mission after giving up that last walk. Come out really challenging Guthrie in this at bat as she fouls that one up and out of play.
That is hit in the foul territory.
Runners on first and second, 2 out. Leadoff hitter at the plate for Columbia International.
As now, that is just going to be a quick out. Getting the runner who is advancing the third out. So, with that, CIU is still held scoreless. And we get to see Reinhardt get another attempt at bat as we go into bottom of the fifth. We will see how Reinhardt's offense goes with 2 hits on the board already after we come back from this quick break here on SESN and ASC Softball in Kingsport, Tennessee. Now in the circle, going into this next inning, we will see a new pitcher in the circle, which would be Miranda Fulmer. She has made 13 appearances on the season, 5 games started, 0-1, 2.23 ERA. She has struck out 22 batters.
Deshaun, I really like that move right there. Abby Reagan with the start has already seen, or these batters for Reinhardt have already seen her twice through the lineup. So a new pitcher as Aaron Lee, the leadoff hitter, back to the plate for the 3rd time. So try to break up this rhythm from Reinhardt. Put the new face in the circle.
Now Aaron Lee. Another at bat. She walked on the first. Was grounded out on second. Now she'll take this third go. Pitch a bit high out of the zone.
Yeah, a good job by Lee laying off that one. Works the count in her favor.
And as she walks to first, the center field fence falls right at the same time. Megan Stosenbach helping pick that back up.
Stosenbach putting a little work on field duty out there.
She can chase after a ball going in the outfield, and she can definitely make sure the fence stays good.
Do a little bit of everything.
It's looking like we might have a pinch hitter coming in for Reinhardt. Would be number 14, Mallory Lumpkins, freshman out of Sonoa, Georgia.
Reinhardt, number 14, Mallory Lumpkins.
So Aaron Lee on first. Lumpkins pinch hitting, making her first appearance in this tournament. At ball low, Aaron Lee making no hesitation to make her way to second.
She rounded second like she had it on her mind to go to third.
She thought about it for sure. Great eye.
Shows you just how fast she is. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Aaron Lee on second. Mallory Lumpkins at the plate. Reinhardt looking to add to this 4-run lead.
That ball now low for a ball. So for Fulmer, looking to start getting those strikes going.
Yeah, Fulmer coming on in relief. The first batter she faced, she walks her. And that just, a lot of times, it's just not a recipe for success, especially against a good team like Reinhardt.
Now breaks that streak. That will be called strike. So now she'll take this next pitch. And that also be called a strike. Full count.
Good job by Fulmer. Fell behind early in the count. 2 consecutive strikes to work the count back full. Payoff pitch coming to Lumpkins.
Lumpkin will be retired at the plate. Swinging strike. First strikeout of the day for Fulmer in this inning.
The center fielder, number 18, Taylor.
Now Taylor Wade making another appearance. As now perfectly placed bunt. She makes it the first save. Lee makes it the third. Runners in the corner.
Yeah, just a great bunt by Wade, and then using her speed and athleticism to beat it out. Runners on the corners with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. First and third situation. Expect Reinhardt to put Wade in motion.
And you can tell Reinhardt is threatening. Having a quick mound visit in the circle. Reinhardt's looking to try to build some more runs.
Yeah, and I think that's the reason behind the mound visit is how are you going to play the situation when Wade steals second? Are you going to just let her have it? We've seen that earlier today. Yesterday we saw sort of a pickoff play where the catcher throws it to short and the short throws it home, but it was mishandled. The error cost a couple runs, but just a couple different things you can do here if you're Columbia International. But either way you go, you got Ansley Height coming to the plate, the Conference Player of the Year, home run leader in the conference with 12, .474 batting average. So at some point in time, you're going to have to deal with her.
And that could also be another reason to be coming out there to talk. Like, I need you to understand the situation. You got Lee at third, Wade at first. You have Height at the plate with 1 out.
The DP.
Yeah, it's a
Ainsley Heights.
advantageous situation for Reinhardt for sure right here.
First pitch called a strike. Wade with the delayed steal, the second.
Yeah, the throw to third, trying to pick off Lee, covered by the shortstop Mayers. I like that play too. You don't throw to second and maybe think, you're just not going to throw it anywhere. Sneak the shortstop in over behind third, try to pick off the runner at third and Lee. But now runners on second and third with 1 out.
And
That
now
ball's outta
that's
here.
carrying. That
It's
is
gone.
gone. You knew it as soon as she hit that.
Oppo Taco for Ansley Height.
3-run bomb.
3-run homer, Ainsley Heights.
And that one, Deshaun, got out of here in a hurry.
Wow.
Line drive to opposite field over the right field wall. And now 7-0 lead for Reinhardt.
So Reinhardt, 4 hits on the day, 7 runs scored, 1 out.
Right fielder, number 25, Kira Leitner.
And that is his player of the that's your player of the year. And now another hit right through that 5 and 6 hole.
Yeah, hard single from Leitner. But you're right, Deshaun, what you were saying. And she's shown why she's Conference Player of the Year. 13 home runs now on the year for Height. And when her number was called, she delivered. I was trying to be nice when I said it was an advantageous situation for Reinhardt. And Ansley Height cashed it in on the 3-run bomb.
And pinch runner on first. That does look like that will be number 6, Addison Garris. As seen through the binoculars, that is confirmed.
Pinch runner at first base, number 6, Addison Garris.
Garris with some speed over at first. Still only 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Now Molly Stevens up the bat. Last at bat she did strike out.
Stevens the shortstop today for the Reinhardt Eagles.
Now that is hitting the foul territory.
324 hitter on the season. More than capable to move this runner around.
As perfectly placed bunt. Will she make it there safely? That advances a runner over. 2 outs on the board. Leitner at second.
Yeah, I like the play right there. Bunt, put her over in the scoring position. Nearly beat out the throw to first. Great defensive play from Columbia International to retire her.
First pitch called a strike. As Kylie Fry, 1 for 2 on the day, singled it in the center. Flew out the center of the last at bat. That pitch high.
Yeah, Fulmer elevated that one a little out of the zone.
And Reinhardt is just into it in that dugout right now. With all the chants going, they have just been active the entire time. A lot of pride coming to this conference tournament.
Absolutely right. Regular season champs, and they want this conference championship to go along with it.
Like that was carrying if that was staying in.
Yeah, ball tends to carry real well down the right field line. It may be the breeze that's blowing.
Now Fulmer looking to try to get out this inning. Low in his zone. Full count.
Oh.
And goes off the glove. She still throws it out at first. 5-3 put out. That will take us into the 6th inning.
3 hits, no errors,
CIU
runs on base.
down by 7 after Reinhardt's 3-run inning. We will come back and we will see if CIU can respond or can Reinhardt hold them. Coming back after this quick break on Southeast Sports Network in Kingsport, Tennessee. We enter the top of the 6th as Ainsley Pettit returns to the circle. 5 innings pitched, 4 strikeouts, 1 batter walked, 52 total pitches. Megan Stosenbach will be leading off this inning.
I think the wind is messing with her outfield camera, but thought we lost it for a second. It appears to be back on.
Hallelujah. I want to give a big shout out to everybody that has tuned in so far, as well as Southeast Sports Network. We thank you all for being with us this week, and we hope to continue to have you all with us, as at the end of this week, we're crowning a champion.
Exactly right, and it's a huge honor to be here and watch some good softball. And it's just been a great 2 days of softball. Still one game yet to go once this one concludes.
Now, here is the advantage for this week that is one of the part of the storylines. Reinhardt already has an automatic bid to the national tournament, so they are going into the national tournament. The runner-ups, if Reinhardt is to win this tournament, will also get that bid.
They're going with them. That's, when this season started, every team has that goal to, to win the conference, to, get to the national tournament, and it's a huge accomplishment for Reinhardt and anybody else that can join them there.
So if I'm not mistaken, it would have been Megan Stosenbach. You have Rayleigh Stewart, who is pinch hitting.
Stewart batting from the left-hand side of the plate, and she goes down looking.
Ainsley Pettit, 5 strikeouts in the circle. Just continuing to control the pace.
Shortstop number 35, Dallas Mayers.
Now Dallas Mayers, 1 for 1 on the day last at bat. That was a single right past the infield.
There's a hard hit ball from Mayers in her last at bat back in the 4th inning. That's the thing, Columbia International has had some hits today, just not really been able to string anything together. Credit to Ainsley Pettit and the defense for Reinhardt.
So now Pettit looking to throw that out at first. And 1-3 put out. Bounced off the glove. She still picks it up. Gets her out at first.
Yeah, great situational awareness from Pettit. Knocked the ball down and then was able to go get it, find it, and threw a strike over to first to retire Mayers.
So a strikeout looking, and now Pettit throwing it out at first. 2 outs on the board. Caden Thompson at the plate, 0 for 2 on the day. First pitch called a strike.
Caden Thompson, a fantastic hitter for Columbia International. Big 2-run bomb yesterday to lead them to victory over Columbia College, 2-0.
It's Caden Thompson hitting that into the outfield. That will be received for the putout. Leitner, 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors. Now we will see exactly if Reinhardt can build that lead even further and put CIU more in the bind. We will find out after this quick break here on Southeast Sports Network at AAC Softball Championships in Kingsport, Tennessee. And welcome back to Sean Bullock and Jeff Campbell. Coming into the bottom of the 6th, Reinhardt leads 7-0. Shelly Osway will be leading off for the Eagles. Miranda Fulmore will make another appearance in the circle. 24 total pitches, 1 inning pitch. 3-yard runs, 1 strikeout, 1 batter walked.
Yeah, Ojaway be 8, 9, and 1 due up for Reinhardt here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
And if you're Reinhardt, it's the perfect combination that you want if you can get all 3 of them.
Yeah, you definitely want to flip this lineup back to the top. And Reinhardt solid throughout their lineup, but the first 4 hitters, Lee, Wright, Wade, and Height, have done some damage today.
Looking in the live chat today, see Amy Johnston sit in the heart for Reinhardt softball. And then Reinhardt Athletics saying, let's go Eagles in the chat. Eagles up 7-0. That ball is hitting the foul territory.
I've been really, really impressed with Reinhardt today. Just, you know, all around from Pettit in the circle to Ansley Height to just a great, great softball team. And you can tell they're very well coached and have a huge following. We definitely appreciate everybody keeping up with them.
Whether if you're in Kingsport or wherever you're at, even in Waleska, always appreciate all of you. But yeah, like you said, you can just tell that Reinhardt, they're on a mission. You can tell they were on a mission coming into the season. Didn't really like how the season ended last year in Hattiesburg. For them, if you're a returner, you remember that, but you don't carry that through the season unless you use it as motivation. You don't use it to say, well, this is what happened last year. You just use it as motivation for the ones that have come in to buy in and understand that you have a great team to go even further this year.
You're exactly right, Deshaun. And, you know, softball's a game where you have to have a short memory. You strike out, you're going to get another at bat. You've got to put that behind you and move on. But, you know, keeping that in the back of your mind, remembering maybe an unpleasant memory does motivate you to, you know, just grind a little harder. And you can tell that the Eagles have definitely done that this season.
And so it's looking like we might have a pinch hitter and a pinch runner. So pinch runner-wise, Emma Scott, freshman out of Rockmart, Georgia.
Pitch running at first base for Reinhardt.
And then
Number
if
3,
so for the
Emma
pinch
Scott.
hitter, because Maggie English is due up to bat. Right now we see number 15, Macy Langley. We'll wait for that confirmation from the umpire.
New pitcher is a new pitcher.
We have a new pitcher as well, Deshaun, so substitutions galore here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
New pitcher for CIU.
Brenna Fatching.
That would be number 9, Brenna Fatching.
New
6.18
pitcher for
ERA.
CIU, number 9, Brenna
She's made 6
Fatching.
appearances, 0-1 in the circle, 5 strikeouts on the season.
And just remember, you know, this is not – our first 2 games today were elimination games. This one, both of these teams will advance no matter the outcome.
Will advance to Wednesday. The winner of this game will advance to play Johnson tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Loser of this game will have an 11 o'clock game versus Montreat. And that 11 o'clock game then turns into elimination.
Maggie English.
Yeah, it's a full week of softball, and I love the double elimination format. You get a few extra games, but, you know, you also get that chance to redeem yourself and fight, claw, and scratch and get back in the hunt for a championship.
And so we do see, which Reinhardt roster-wise, that's number 15 of Macy Langley getting that hit. That did advance a runner into scoring position at 3rd.
So now for the Eagles, 1st and 3rd, nobody out. Top of the lineup, due. statistician's nightmare with all these substitutions.
Oh, it's so understood. I've always said if it's one person I always feel for in the press box, it's the statistician. So English re-enters at third.
The second baseman, number 2, Aaron Lee.
Aaron Lee now.
She knew it was out. What in the world? No, it's not your fault. I'm just confused. There's no one to re-enter for.
As English makes her way to second.
Oh, boy.
It's a great save by Dallas Myers over at third. Tried to throw behind the runner at third to pick her off. And Mayers had to come from her shortstop position, save that from going down the left field line.
As now that is going to go in left field. Runner scores. Another runner scores. You have a run rule victory. Reinhardt comes in. Run rule CIU. That is how you start off your tournament play if you're Reinhardt.
Yeah, just a great performance from the Eagles. Aaron Lee delivering the hit that secured the run rule victory, and 8-0 will be your final, and the regular season champions in the AAC, Reinhardt, will stay on the winner side of things, and an impressive win for the Eagles.
Reinhardt now advances to the 3 o'clock game tomorrow against number 4 seeded Johnson. And with that, CIU is going to advance to the 11 o'clock game where they will take on Montreat.
Yeah, this is, setting up, it's starting to take shape, tomorrow's schedule, and you're going to have a great 4 games here at Brickyard Ballpark in the AAC Conference Tournament, and I think that'll be a great game. Johnson and Reinhardt, 2 great teams, 2 great pitchers, and some fantastic softball still yet to be played, Deshaun.
Believe it or not, we are about to be on Game 8 overall, Game 4 today. That will be number 2 seeded Bryan. That'll be the first appearance we see from them against number 7 seeded Brenau. Main event coming up.
Main event. Great softball.
I'm Deshaun Bullock here with Jeff Campbell. We will be back in the next 30 minutes. Reinhardt did get that win. We will come back and we will talk about what will happen with Bryan and Brenau here on Southeast Sports Network, AAC Softball in Kingsport, Tennessee.
Hello, and thank you for joining us for today's broadcast. This broadcast is a product of Shry Media, LLC. Unauthorized use, sale, or redistribution of this media in any form is strictly prohibited without the express written consent of Shry Media. Radio and television mediums are encouraged to reach out. Thank you for tuning in. Enjoy the game.